Hi guys, so today I am here with a tutorial, and it's basically the look of my face. I know that people have done it before, but the other day I was watching V, the series. I don't know why I was watching it again, and then I decided to just do it because I've always been really fascinated with reptiles and stuff like that, so I just kind of felt like it, I guess. So this is kind of my own version, and today I actually used wax to do like the lifting skin, but wax is really hard to handle, so if you can't deal with wax, you can use liquid latex. I think that would be slightly easier, and I hope you guys like this look because I really do. I think it's really cool, and I just saw bubbles moving in the background and I thought it was a ghost. I think it's really, oh my god, I really like this, and I like the beautiful side and the freaky side. So if you want to learn how to get this look, please keep watching. Firstly, I'm gonna use a glue stick. Doesn't matter what kind of glue it is, just make sure it's a glue stick, and I'm gonna use that to completely taper down my eyebrows. Make sure that all the hairs are stuck down because I don't want any flyaways, because we intend to cover that up. And if you have little to almost no eyebrow hair, then this is gonna be so much easier for you. But for me, I had to go over it like quite a lot of times. Next, I'm gonna use my Snazaroo Special FX Wax and Vaseline, and I'm gonna rub my fingers with some petroleum jelly to make sure that the wax doesn't stick to my fingers. Then I'm gonna take a ball of wax and slowly massage it in my hands and then apply it to my face. This is the part where I said that, you know, if you're more comfortable with liquid latex, I suggest using that instead of using wax, because wax is a little bit hard to manage, especially this one. For some reason I think I should have used modeling wax instead, because this one kind of had the consistency of glue a little bit, so it's a bit sticky to work with. But if you use like modeling wax, then you can mold that really well. So I'm kind of just forming almost a teardrop shape around my eye, but to be honest, you can do this on any part of your face that you want to. Then here I'm gonna use a spatula, any spatula, plastic, metal, whatever, and I'm just going to start creating the edge of the ripped skin. As you can see, it's a bit stubborn, but we'll make it work. And then putting more Vaseline on my finger, I'm just going to go around the edges of the wax to smooth it out. And then taking my Snazaroo face paint in green, I'm just going to fill the entire portion of skin that is within that wax area, as you can see. And I gotta cover that eyebrow real good so that it doesn't show. Okay, then I'm just going to take a concealer. I'm using Maybelline's Age Rewind because it's close to my skin tone, and I'm just going to pat it around the wax so that the wax blends in, because as you can see, the wax is a little bit whiter than my skin, so I just want that to blend in really nicely. And then using a stipple sponge, I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow from my Makeup Forever Flash palette, and then I'm just going to kind of dot it around my green area to give like a speckled yellow reptile skin effect, I guess. And then here is the more complicated part. I mixed a little bit of green and black grease paint from my Makeup Forever Flash palette in a little palette, and then I'm using that darker green to draw lines on my face to create the scales. And basically all you want to do is create like a checked pattern, like a crisscross pattern on your face. And of course now it looks really fake. It looks like a child's drawing on my face. And then to make it look like scales, and I realized that my camera cut off a little bit of this part, or maybe most of it. What you have to do is kind of round off the edges of the crisscross pattern, if you get it. Like when the lines meet, you kind of have to round off the edges so that it looks a bit more like a rounded square. And that kind of gives the effect of scales, if you know what I mean. So here I'm just using a very tiny brush to do that. And this is one of the more tedious parts because you really have to go into every single scale. And then I'm using my BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. I'm taking the mustard yellow shade on a tapered brush, and I'm just going to be highlighting every single scale. So I'm just highlighting the top half of each scale. And then I'm going to be using like a turquoisey dark green to kind of darken the other half of the scale, so it gives like a kind of three-dimensional effect. And then I'm going to take black eyeshadow to define the skin around the edges. So like under that ripped skin, I'm just going to put like a line of black so that it gives it more depth. So it actually looks like the skin is lifting off your face. Here I'm just taking a bright green eyeshadow and patting it on my lids to set the cream paint on my eyelid so that it doesn't crease. And then I'm going to take a deeper green and just put that in the crease in the outer V of my eye. Then I'm also going to put in some black to create kind of like a green smoky eye. So I want to kind of also create a cut crease. And then using TheBalm's Mr. Right eyeliner, I'm going to be lining my waterline and also tight lining the upper lash line. And then I'm going to proceed to do the rest of my face. Here I'm using Rimmel's Wake Me Up foundation in Ivory. If I'm not wrong, I'll put everything down below. Then taking my NYX Radiant Finish powder, I'm just going to use all the colors except for the white shimmery one on top, and then dust it on my face to set my foundation. Then I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics Wild and Free palette to create the eye look. I'm going to use this dark olive green and this brighter green and that bronzy brown. So I'm going to take the light green and pat it all on my eyelid, and then I'm also going to run that on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take that dark olive green and just place it on the outer third of my eyelid. I'm just gonna pick up that bronzy brown and blend it into my crease and also the outer V. Then I'm gonna do my brows. I'm using Soap & Glory's Archery. Fill in the blank spaces. Then taking my favorite L'Oreal Glam Bronze bronzer, I'm just going to bronze up the left side of my face. Then taking my Revlon Photoready cream blush in Pinch, I'm going to put that on the apples of my cheek. And then using TheBalm's Mary Lou Manizer, I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones with a Real Technique fan brush. Then I'm going to be using this Turquoise mascara from Sephora, and it's beautiful and I hardly use it, so I decided, why not use it for this tutorial? So obviously I curled my lashes before that, and I'm just going to put that on my lashes. Then for the other eye, I'm using my Maybelline The Rocket mascara to coat my lashes with. And I will be applying false lashes for this look. I really recommend just buying cheap false lashes because you're gonna use them and throw them away after this look. I'm just gonna stick that on my eye. And oh look, I forgot to do eyeliner. I'm sorry, I'm kind of a mess in this tutorial. I'm doing things like everywhere. Okay, here I'm using my Physicians Formula 2-in-1 eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. And you know, I'm just doing my usual winged eyeliner. Then I'm gonna apply false lashes on the other eye. Then using my NYX Macaroon mascara in Chambord, I'm just going to apply that on my lips. Hardly ever wear black lipstick, so this is a perfect opportunity. And then I'm gonna take that same green olive shade from the Wild and Free palette, get some on my finger and put it on the center of my lips, and that's just gonna give it like a really beautiful green sheen. Here I'm taking my Ben Nye Fresh Scab Blood on a spatula, and I'm just going to put it in the inner sides of that ripped skin. And then I went in with a stipple sponge and the same blood to like dab a bit of blood spots on my Reptile skin. And then using the side of my spatula, I'm just going to do some drag lines around the area. If you want to go in and have liquid blood dripping from the end of your wound, then go ahead. But I decided that I wanted this look to look rather pretty, so I'm just keeping the gore to one side of the face. Then I'm using my e.l.f. Mist and Fix spray to set my makeup and also give like the Reptile skin a bit of shine because I want it to kind of look a bit slimy. And basically that is the look, and I am done. And if you guys are wondering, I am not naked. So to be honest, I would have to say that this isn't the easiest look to do. It takes a lot of time. Trust me, I have been sat here for like 4 hours doing this look. I just fast forwarded everything so it looked really fast. But I guess it depends on how detailed you want to get into it. And also I spent a lot of time using the wax. So I think liquid latex might have been faster, to be honest. But all in all, I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you guys like this look, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to recreate it, I want to see pictures. Also, I will put a little bit of information in the description box below. I would list every single product that I use in this video. It is incredible how much I used. And also I will put a picture to like the before and after look on Instagram, so you guys can look at that as well. And I guess that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!